Kylie Minogue brought her Kiss Me Once tour to the O2 Arena this week, and what can I say, she absolutely blew everyone away. Kylie is known to be the touring princess of the pop world, and here is my review of my experience at the Kiss Me Once tour. So as we all know, Kylie Minogue is one of my queens and I absolutely adore her, and this week, as I said, she brought the Kiss Me Once tour, her worldwide tour, to the UK at the O2 Arena, and I managed to attend the iTunes Festival mini performance of it and the 2 out of 3 London dates at the O2, and I'm gonna stop chattering and here is my review of the entire tour. Just a little disclaimer, I'm gonna be like flashing images that I took from the tour here, so you can get a little feel of what the tour was about as I talk about it. So where do I even begin? This tour was absolutely incredible, and I expected nothing less from Kylie. Kylie is known to be the touring pop queen of the pop world. Her tours really set the standard for a lot of other tours out there, and she's known to have big productions, big stages, and a lot going on. And this tour didn't disappoint. The Kiss Me Once tour was a mashup of a lot of things, but it achieved exactly what it wanted to achieve, and it literally was a whole night putting together Kylie's amazing 25-year career into one amazing pop extravaganza. Kylie managed to roll a lot of hits from her 25-year discography into this tour, and it really was a show that was for the young Kylie fan to the older Kylie fan. It really brought all of her music from across her generations together into one night, and she did it perfectly, like from the imagery to the costumes to everything. I feel she really dipped into a lot of her previous tours and a lot of her previous stuff, and she mashed together a lot of her tracks. I mean, she started off the tour with an amazing intro. It was very eerie, very cool. It showed the raining like it's on the cover of the Kiss Me Once album, and then she just appears on screen and she kissed the screen and her red lips lit up. And then all of a sudden she just bursted into Less Sex, one of her new tracks from Kiss Me Once, and it was such an amazing, sexy, pumping opening where she came up lying on like a big like pair of latex lips, and she looked incredible. Like, as you can see from the picture, she started off in a really like glitzy, like very revealing red, glamorous ensemble, and she did a lot of her hits. Like, she did Less Sex, she did Wow in that outfit, she did Time Bomb, the first time she's ever premiered Time Bomb like live, other than the live one she did on The Voice, but she did Time Bomb live, and she did In My Arms as well as part of the first set. It was an amazing opening set. After the first explosive opening set, this is where she really merged in like the noughties Kylie completely, and she came out in this really glittery ensemble at the front of the runway stage, and she started off singing one of her classic 80s tunes, Step Back in Time, which she then merged into Spinning Around, which was probably the highlight of the show for me. The remix of Spinning Around, the energy, the little cute choreography that she did at the end was incredible. She then continued the show. She did a lot of her other hits. She did one of the massive disco hits from Light Years. She did Your Disco Needs You, which I was super excited about. And then she turned it into an amazing like disco like rave feel with a lot of like disco coloured lasers flying around. And she did On a Night Like This. So moving on from her noughties era set, the second set, she then moved on into what she likes to call Kylie World, and it looked like an amazing like bubblegum pink Barbie world, and she came out in this really big puffy pink ensemble, and this is where she showcased like her amazing 80s hits. She started off with like a little medley of Enjoy Yourself before she came up with her Dancers Dancing, and then she started off with Hand on Your Heart, which was amazing. And then she merged that, it was a medley, she merged that into Never Too Late, and then at the end she ended with Got to Be Certain, and it was such an amazing, like really cheesy but really amazing 80s medley. Before she did the unthinkable, she brought out a massive bathtub on stage full of, it wasn't bubbles, it was like feathers to look like bubbles, but she got in and everyone knows what she did. She did I Should Be So Lucky inside that bath, and it was one of the best highlights of the Kiss Me Once tour. So literally from here, Kylie went from really cheesy but amazing 80s awesomeness to Sexy Kylie. And she did a video interlude of her amazing club track, Skirt, which I'm disappointed like she didn't sing, but I'm glad that it was on the set list, even if it was an interlude. Before she came out and she did Sexercise with the balls, she had the balls out, she did her little roll on the ball bounce bit at the end before she went down. She sang Can't Get You Out of My Head during this bit. And then she did Kids, which really got the audience going, because everyone knows Kids, everyone in the UK knows it, because she did it with Robbie Williams. It was a massive moment of the tour, and it was amazing. And like during Can't Get It Out of My Head, like she did an amazing a cappella where the audience just screamed la 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 back to her, and she loved it. This was one sexy bit of the show. Just to add into this little bit, she really upped up the sexiness with a really like policewoman like leather outfit, and she did a cover of Need You Tonight, which was amazing. Everyone knows that song, I Need You Tonight. And she got the crowd going, and then she just boomed into Can't Get You Out of My Head, and yeah, Sexy Kylie. This act, the next act, is where she slowed down the tour a little bit. She came out in a really gorgeous, like Greek goddess looking light blue dress. I don't think she was wearing shoes at this point, but she came out, she was really cute, really humbled, and she sang Beautiful on her own. I love Beautiful live. I love how like they removed all the really electronic auto-tune from Beautiful, like on the album track, and she really made it a really raw version, which I love, because I wasn't too keen on Beautiful till she did it live. And then she moved on and did the track Kiss Me Once, and she looked amazing the way she was just prancing around on stage with her dress flowing it around. And it was a really nice, intimate part of the show. She spent it at the end of the runway, like one-on-one with the ones that were in the gold circle. This is where Kylie really brought back the feathers, the glitz, the glamour, and showgirl Kylie. She came out and started with Get Out of My Way. We all know the amazing Get Out of My Way. And she came out in an amazing, like, it was this really saucy, like, not metal looking, but very, like, racy looking outfit with, like, a massive, like, showgirl, like, glitter thing on her head. You can see it in this picture here. And this is what showgirl Kylie is all about. This part of the show was amazing. She did Get Out of My Way, and then she did Love at First Sight, one of her biggest hits from Fever. And then she did a fan request, like she does at a lot of her shows. And the two shows that I went to, she sang a few, like she did a little extract from Confide in Me on the first one. She did, I think it was, what did she do on the first one? I actually can't remember. She did Confide in Me, she sang Flower to the girl right in front of me, and she was looking right, like, literally in front of me. And then on the second night that I went to at the O2, she did Better the Devil You Know, and then she did The Locomotion. She added The Locomotion rather than a fan's request. She added it as like an actual extra track to the set list with the music in the background and everything. So I'm glad I got to see like the extra added track to the set list. Locomotion. That was a nice little bit where she really interacted with the audience and really got to know what tracks the audience would like to hear live. I personally would have loved to hear Million Miles from Kiss Me Once live, or In Your Eyes. Oh, that was another one. She did sing a little extract to In Your Eyes, but I would have loved to see Million Miles, so who knows, next tour. And then she ended this really glitzy glamour bit. She dedicated the final track to the lovers. She did All the Lovers with an amazing like equality backdrop. We all know at a tour the last song isn't actually the last song. They do come out, they make you want more, they make you scream their name. And she came out in this amazing glitzy dress. She looked exactly like Elsa from Frozen, and the way it was just like snowing confetti, it looked like it was Elsa from Frozen, like with the snow around her. And she finished off obviously with Into the Blue, and it was an amazing big bang ending to the Kiss Me Once tour. She really like covered each area of the stage as like a final goodbye to all the lovers in every part of the O2. And she just ended it with a bang, and honestly that night just went so quickly. It was literally one of the best tours, if not the best tour I've been to, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Not just being a die-hard Kylie fan since I was a kid, but just overall it was an amazing experience. So merchandise wise, we all know with my queens and their tours I go crazy with the merchandise, but Kylie's no different. Her tour merch is always amazing, and one of the first things I picked up obviously was the tour program. I do pick up a tour program from every tour I go to if they have one, regardless of who it is. but Kylie's are known to be incredible. Like, her tour programs are always big, always colourful. She always does something different for the tour program. She doesn't just throw in like a lot of album photo shoots into just the book. She literally does a whole new shoot for the tour program and gives you a lot of like insider info to the tour. And it is literally such a cute tour program. I love the cover, a new take on the cover, and anyone who goes, definitely pick this up. Another thing I picked up was a tour t-shirt. I picked up this one with one of the outtakes of Into the Blue on the cover and the dates on the back. I do, from the artists that are like my queens, like Gaga and like Kelly and Kylie, I do pick up the t-shirt with the dates on the back because I think it's a really nice keepsake. And I thought out of all of them, this one was the most gorgeous. I mean, look at her. These I wasn't going to get, but I picked them up on the second night after I saw them. I did originally think that these lips-shaped red sunglasses weren't branded. I just thought they were like some cheap glasses. But when you actually look at the back on there, I don't know if you can see it, but it actually says Kylie like inscribed there. So I had to have them. Like, these were the epitome of Kiss Me Once sunglasses, and I had to have them. And the final bit of general merch I picked up was the signed lithograph. For those of you that have been paying attention to like Kylie's Twitter, every single show she's been signing like a limited number. There's 500 of these worldwide in total for the entire tour. And she's been signing like 10 or 15 of them at the beginning of each tour so she could sell on that night. And they're all individually numbered. They're signed by Kylie. I don't know if I can show you that. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. And it's numbered at the bottom there. I got number 83 out of 500, and I'm so glad I picked this up. Like, I was there early, and I picked this up, and I'm so glad I did, because literally within 15 minutes after I bought it, it sold out. And for lovers who want to know like any details about this, like I said, she does sign a limited amount, so if you want this, go to the tour early and grab it as soon as you can, because they do sell out really quickly. So yeah, as the title suggests, I also managed to get a meet and greet experience. I was one of the lucky ones who managed to get, or buy at the time when tickets went on sale, the Kiss Me Once tour meet and greet package, and this was a big thing for me because, as you all know, Kylie is one of my queens, and I have been a lifelong fan of hers since I was about 6 years old, and she really is one really influential icon to me, and she has been one of my role models for a very long time, and she really does mean a lot to me. And the fact that I managed to buy a meet and greet and got some one-on-one time with her was incredible. I mean, I've met her before. I managed to meet her at the fashion signing, but it was very rushed as the signing is, and I only got to say a few words to her. But this was one-on-one, and it was one of the most incredible experiences ever, which made this whole tour experience really shine for me. So, getting on with the story, I had to arrive to the venue early. I had to check in for the meet and greet at 5 o'clock. And when you check in, they gave you this amazing meet and greet lanyard with her picture on it. And it's like embossed in gold and everything. And even when I saw this, I was like, ah! And then you got like the free gift. You got, this is so random, but they gave you like a Kylie Minogue portable phone charger. I'm not going to use it, I'm just really happy about the pretty box, and the actual charger itself has that image on it, so can't complain really. And then you also got like a pre-signed photo of Kylie that she signed earlier on in the day, and this was a nice touch. This is gorgeous because you weren't, in the terms and conditions, you weren't allowed to take anything to get signed, but I'm really happy with this anyway. But as I said, I lined up, picked up my pass, and I was really quiet. It was a good hour before they escorted us backstage to like wait for her, and I was really nervous, really scared, because like I said, Kylie is like a lifelong idol to me, and I was really nervous. Like a lot of the other fans there like had met her before from the previous dates for the Kiss Me Once tour, where they bought meet and greet for that as well. But I was nervous, I was really quiet, and then they escorted us backstage. And in the O2 lounge where you were allowed like a free drink, and I only had to get water because I was so nervous. And then they told us that Kylie was ready, and it was about to happen. Like, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna meet Kylie properly. and they escorted us in one by one into the room. And I heard a lot of horror stories from this meet and greet experience from the previous shows. I heard that you only had like 20 seconds with her, that it was like go in, hi, picture, whatever, and you weren't allowed to give her gifts or anything. But my experience was incredible. I bought her a gift. I bought her a designer purse by Lulu Guinness, and it was like in the shape of lips, with like glitter all over it. I'll insert a picture here of the gift. And like me and a lot of my other lover friends on Twitter, like Amber, Hannah, Vicky, Ingrid, we all like wrote a message for Kylie and we put it inside like a notebook, and I decorated it with like lips and hearts and everything. I had it in like a really nice glittery gift bag for her. And when we were lining up, I asked what's it like? I'm really nervous. And they said, don't worry, just be yourself. You're allowed to give her a gift, it's fine, which was really like, whew, for me. And then it was my turn. I was the second to last person to go in and I was so excited. They said, it's your turn. I walked in and instantly I saw Kylie in the corner looking stunning, and I didn't know what to say at first, and as soon as I walked in she said to me, hey, what's your name? I was like, I'm Nick, I love you so much, Kylie. And she was like, hey Nick, how are you? And I was like, I'm very well, thank you. I'm very nervous but very excited. And she was like, don't be nervous, it's okay. And then I wanted to start off first of all, and she was looking at me, and I said to her, I want to start off by thanking you for everything that you've done. You've been a lifelong inspiration and icon for a lot of people, not just myself, but I wanted to thank you for your incredible career, for everything that you've done for us, being there for us, and just being the amazing artist that you are, and spreading really positive messages and being such a positive role model for a lot of people. And she was taken aback, she was choked up, she looked at her tour manager and was like, oh, he's gonna make me cry. But then she stopped me and she said to me, listen Nick, I want to thank you. I'm very proud that I can be that icon and that inspiration to you, but I want to thank you for being there on my journey. You said you've been there from a young age, and for you to have grown up with me, and I'm really proud that you could be here. I have to thank my lovers as well for putting me where I am today, which I thought was really nice of her, because she was really humbled and she really had that connection with her fans, and she was really thankful to where she was because of us. And I thought it was really cute that she thanked me, and then she held her arms out and she gave me a hug, and I melted at that point. And then that was my cue to tell her that I bought her something. So I told her, Kylie, we bought you something and I really hope you like it. And she was like, what did you buy? What's in that bag? So I first took out the Lulu Guinness box, and she stepped closer to me and opened the box herself in my hands, and her face, oh my god. There's a picture that the photographer took of her opening the box, and you can tell from her face that it's priceless and she loved it. She was like, oh my god, what is this? And I told her, it's very Kiss Me Once, don't you think? And she was like, oh my god, it's gorgeous. And then she showed her tour manager and she was like, I've got my very own Kiss Me Once purse. And then she was like, I love it, thank you so much. So I said to her, I know you love glitter, Kylie, and I'm really glad that you love it. And she literally just looked at me, smiled, and gave me another hug, and it was like such a cute moment. And then at this point she goes to me, should we take this picture then? So she put her arm on me, and I had my arm around her, and she goes to me just before I took the picture, so where are you from? And then I said, I'm from London, your second home. And then she goes to me, ah, so you're a London lover, eh? Which made me giggle. And then we took like the most adorable picture ever, and I've got it right here, and she's holding the purse in her hand, like she's holding it, she's doing like a really fierce pose, and I'm gonna treasure that picture forever. It's like such an important picture to me. And then straight after the photo, I looked at her, she smiled at me again, and I said to her, Kylie, could I be cheeky and ask you to kiss me once? And then she went, and then she was like, of course. And then she gave me a kiss on the cheek right there, and I melted, and I just couldn't stop telling her that I loved her. And she was like, Nick, you're so cute. And then she looked at her tour manager and went, he's really cute, right? Which I was like, oh my god, Kylie called me cute. And then I held my arms out, and she came in and gave me a hug, which I thought was amazing. And then I said to her, Kylie, thank you so much for everything again. Honestly, I can't thank you enough. and then she said to me, Nick, you're very welcome, and thank you, and make sure that you enjoy tonight. And I said to her, don't worry, I will. And then she said, good, you better make sure that you dance your sexy ass off. And again, I was like, oh my god, Kylie called my ass sexy. It was coming towards the end, and my time with her was obviously up. So I took this opportunity again to tell her that I loved her. And as I was walking out, I blew her a kiss and said goodbye, and I loved her. And she blew me a kiss as well and said, I love you, have an amazing time tonight, Nick. And I exited the room, said bye Kylie one more time, and that was the end of my experience, and I could finally breathe, because that experience was out of this world for me, and it is really what made the entire Kiss Me Once tour experience really special for me, because I got to spend time with and meet one of my amazing idols and queens, Kylie Minogue. But yeah, that is the end of my Kylie Minogue Kiss Me Once tour review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys didn't mind me rambling on about my meet and greet with Kylie, but honestly, it was such an amazing experience, and any future lovers who are watching this video who are going to go to the Kiss Me Once tour, you won't be disappointed. It was such an amazing tour from start to finish, and if you have the meet and greet package, I think she only did it for a few days, Paris being one of them. She's absolutely amazing in person, she's stunning, she's humble, she's down to earth, and it's going to be an amazing experience. Anyone who has been to the tour or is going to go to the tour, let me know down there in the comments what you thought of the Kiss Me Once tour, and if you're excited to go, if you're going to be going. I want to know what you guys thought, and I'm going to recap some of my older videos, and as it's a Kylie themed video, I'm going to recap those. So over there, check out my Kylie Minogue Kiss Me Once album review. Up there, check out my Into the Blue in-depth single review. And over there, check out my Skirt review. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like my Facebook, Instagram, visit my new website, www.nick12604.co.uk. All that jazz. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!